Om Sri Sai Ram. Love is my form. Truth is my breath. Bliss is my food. My life is my message. Expansion is my life. No reason for love. No season for love. No birth, no death. No birth, no death. Om Sri Sai Ram. An avatar comes to awaken us, to enlighten us. Once in a group interview given to Bombay devotees, Swami told this in Hindi. तुम मुझे अपने हृदय में, अपने मन में जगा दो। मैं तुम्हारे हृदय को, तुम्हारे मन को जगा भी दूंगा, जगा भी दूंगा। You give me place in your heart, in your mind. I will awaken and enlighten. जगा भी दूंगा, जगा भी दूंगा। I will awaken and enlighten your heart and your mind. The master is begging for his place in his own heart, in his own mind. Who has gifted us with this human body, human heart, human intelligence, human emotions, human mind? What contribution do we have in that? He is the master, maker, and creator. Come as a lover. He will beg for our love, but he will not impose his love upon us. That is the sign of true lover. He will attract us, our love, by loving us so immensely that we become saturated with his love. And we have no options but to love him, because he knows our human mind enjoys the game of I-ness and my-ness. Every mother knows her child, what would attract him, what would distract him. Mother knows. Sometimes she allows the child to go and play, to walk alone, to make a false step, to fall actually, so that the child realizes the value of support, of love of his mother. She waits patiently for the call, for the cry of her child. But she keeps one eye on him or her. This mother's eye will never let us fall. It may sometimes let us fail to learn the lessons of our lives, but it will never let us fall, come what may. Such beautiful God. Take it from me, my dear brothers and sisters, such avatar does not happen in every yuga also. No ways. If we can go back to our human history, recorded or even unrecorded, even in our mythologies, tell me which avatar has established one to one, heart to heart, love to love contacts on physical plane with millions and millions and millions of his devotees, whom we say devotees, but they are lost children across the world, across the region and religions. Those who did not even care to remember him, those who did not know how to even pray to him. Forget those who even did not know how to love him. Yet he himself, of his own, has chosen to reach out to such souls. That too, not of one particular faith or region or religion, across the world. Millions. Everyone will tell you his Bhagavatam with Satyasai. But alas, our human mind is so ungrateful mind. We give lip service to God. Yes, we do. We will give big talks in Kulwant Hall, in seminars, in summer retreats all over the world, wherever we are invited and honored and appreciated. God is not interested in that. God is interested in real love, pure love. Do we live our faith? Do we truly live what we believe in? Everyone needs to ask this sincere introspection. Do we really miss Him? I repeat, do we really miss Him in our day to day life? Can we convince Him that we really miss Him? That we really need Him? He is ready to come, He says, not once but again and again and again. And no power in the universe can stop Him on that, except our own carelessness, our own foolishness, our own petty denials, petty desires. He is ready, He is waiting to come. We only need to attract Him. It is like the sun rays are waiting to rush in. We only need to open the windows and doors of our hearts and our minds. That is all we need to do. Give me your place in your heart and in your mind. Don't play musical chairs with me. Don't do instants with me. You will lose this golden opportunity. We have been hearing these words, golden opportunity and all that. Do we really live that feeling? Such opportunities will not come our way for another thousands and thousands of births, millions of births. Never let us do this Himalayan blunder of ignoring him or underestimating him or taking him for granted. No ways. He is love. He can be connected and contacted only with love, through love. Pure love, selfless love, fearless love, universal love. And this universal love, the universal God has voluntarily come down to become our personal God. He is asking for His place in our heart. He is not even putting any conditions on that you purify and do this sadhana. Believe in me, be my followers, be devoted to me. Just give me a corner, but give me a sofa seat. Don't play musical chairs with me. If you give second place to God, you give Him no place. He is not asking anything from us. On the contrary, the only thing He is asking as an exchange offer, bring to me all your sorrows, your sufferings, your sins, so called, your tensions, your stresses, your worries. Leave them here at my lotus feet. I am available. And take from me my joy, my bliss, my love, my peace. What else do we need? Trust in Him. We trust in words of any Tom, Dick, and Harry, even a street politician. They may promise us heavens and we believe them and go and vote for them. That time, our logic, our scientific mind, our reasoning, everything goes to the ocean. Our faith is faith of convenience. What is convenient for us, we believe in. What is inconvenient for us, we'll refuse to believe. Bring all the logic, science. Once I asked Swami, I just uttered the word Swami, this scientific. Some people have this scientific mind. What scientific mind? Ask them. Do they eat scientifically? Do they breathe scientifically? Do they drink scientifically? Do they think scientifically? Do they live their lives scientifically, logically, with any human reasoning, with human discrimination? Do they apply discrimination in worldly affairs? Do they think before they act? Is it good or bad, right or wrong, necessary or unnecessary? Do they put this? No. But when it comes to question of God and God's presence and God's credibility, they bring all their logic, all their rationalizations of scientific knowledge, little bookish knowledge. We are just well trained. animals like, well informed with from Google's. Today, even in super hospital, sweeper son is expert in. They are working on their mobiles and they are going to US for further education and jobs and everything. What a big deal! Because they only need to be well informed and well trained. But that does not make you a gyani, not even knowledgeable. You are just well informed and well trained. We always overestimate our little achievements, our little knowledge, our little wisdoms, our little promotions, our little wealth, our little profits, little authority, little positions, little abilities, little capabilities, very little credibilities, and underestimate the supreme. I met one student outside our Puttaparthi Hanuman temple last week. He said, Uncle, you are giving wonderful talks. I listen to each and every video. They are really enlightening. But uncle, how can we say that Swami will appear from the sky? This is, uncle, just a symbolic that Swami has, I have read it, that Swami has declared that he will have to walk in the sky. It is just an expression, symbolic expression, that one day he will go by the helicopter or plane. That is what he must be having in his mind when he declared that he will walk in the sky. Human body cannot walk in the sky. Manchide. I said, you are right, brother. So you have come for darshan of Hanumanji. Yes, uncle, I come every Tuesday, every Saturday I come. Very good. Do you believe in Hanuman? He said, yes, of course. Do you believe that Hanuman can fly in the air? Have you ever seen him flying in the air? Uncle, I have not seen, but I believe he can. Because Hanuman is Vayuputra. He is son of God of wind. I said our Satya Sai Baba is father of God of wind. When son of God, Vayuputra can fly, then you should believe his father can also fly. I have seen you giving talks in Swami's presence that he is the Supreme Lord, he is master of all five elements, creator of the entire creation. I have heard you. Those five elements are what? Earth, water, wind, fire, and ether. He is the creator of these five. He says, I am beyond time and space. You yourself must have given many experiences of your own and others in Swami's presence and received his blessings and appreciation from the entire crowd. Do you live your own faith? You have not seen Hanuman flying in the air, you believe it. Very good, that's true. That's very nice. When son of wind god can fly, certainly the father of wind god can go even beyond. He appreciated his uncle. You opened my eyes. Very nice boy. Very good boy. Very humble. Not argumentative. He understood. This is the mistake of every human mind. We want to prove our little knowledge is supreme knowledge. God knows everything but acts as if he knows nothing. We know nothing, but we act as if we know everything. Let go, let God. These petty things will not bring any enlightenment to us. This Lord alone can give us enlightenment and awareness. Awareness we cannot get from any reading any text or books, nothing, or any sadhana also. It can come only when He is pleased with us. He has to bestow upon us. We have to attract Him, to please Him, to make Him really feel that we are true and sincere, aspirant for awareness, that we can hold it. We can't allow the high voltage current to pass through a thin wire. It will burst. It will burst the entire equipment. For the high voltage current required to operate a very sensitive gadgets, we need a connecting wire which can hold the current. Common sense. And once the electrician is satisfied with the quality of the wire and the capacity of wire to take that current and pass it on to the gadget or machinery, whatever, the instrument, then only he will allow the switch to go on. He will check. But if a layman, ignorant and foolish and arrogant person, he says, no, I have connected the wire, now this is enough. Okay, switch on. Blast. That is why many people go mad without having proper knowledge. Mad in worldly sense, with their arrogance, with their little achievements, little powers. They get intoxicated because they cannot hold it. If you elect an idiot for the highest post, that we do many times, and we have seen the consequences. One has to have that character, that credibility, that maturity to hold on to power and still be humble. Everybody cannot. That is why Swami has decided not only for Bharat but for the entire world. His real can persons, real, reliable, eligible, adorable, lovable, capable, able, and noble, real can instruments of God. His donkey instruments. And he said donkeys means those who do not have any personal agenda. The moment you have your any personal agenda, all your big talk of love for the nation, for the God, for this person or that person becomes contaminated and corrupted, polluted. That is why this avatar is declared. He told me personally, in this avatar I can get the things done only through donkeys. For the simple reason, donkeys do not have personal agenda. I don't see your abilities or capabilities. I only see your purity and your availability. Let us not let go this chance. Forget this all Swami gone and Swami coming back. He is there. He is playing hide and seek. Now he is hiding. We have to seek him. We were hiding in Maya, in worldly affairs. He played his part. He searched for us. He sought us. He is anywhere, any in the world. Give my own example. I never thought about God or anything in my life in my young age. But as Swami says, my students are my property. Students means aspirant, not student of university. That are separate issue. Swami has given one video is there. He is telling the warden what are the qualifications for any student to become your hostel boy or boy in your university. He read out the rules. Okay, this he should have these qualifications. Swami said for me, for anybody to become my student, he should have these qualities. Nobody can claim to be my student unless he has these qualities. You have to be eligible to become his student. You can become Satyasai student in university. No issue on that. Anybody can become. There are no reservations on that. No donations on that. Student is aspirant, jikyasu. They are his properties and he will search for his properties. And he has come to reclaim his properties. Give me the place in your heart, in your mind. I will enlighten and awaken you. You don't have to do anything. Just give me the place. Allow me to enter because I will not break open. That is not done by a true lover. A true lover will not impose himself or herself upon his or her beloved. Keep your hearts and minds open, pure enough, sure enough. You all will be saved. Just live your own faith, your own belief. I will take you to the next level of human awareness. Yes, 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 yes.